It's not about being poor or stingy. It's about wanting peace in your golden years. Dear friend, there comes a time in life when you find yourself looking around your home and wondering, do I really need all of this? Why do I still feel so heavy inside, even when I have everything I need? You may have spent a lifetime caring for your family, holding on to things because you thought, I might need this someday and so. But one day, when the house is quiet and the rooms feel a bit too still, you begin to realize what's been weighing you down isn't your age, but all the unnecessary things you've been carrying, both physically and emotionally. For the younger generation, minimalism might be a trend, but for us, it's a choice, a decision to live lighter, more meaningfully, and with greater peace. And no, minimalism doesn't mean living in hardship. It's not about throwing everything away, wearing one outfit, or eating the same meal every day. It's about keeping what truly matters for your home and for your heart. In today's video, we'll take a gentle journey into minimal living after 60, to ease the burdens of everyday life, to free the mind from unnecessary clutter, and most of all, because you deserve to live a life that's light and meaningful. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by old belongings you just can't seem to part with, or memories that no longer have a place to go, then maybe, just maybe, this video will speak to something real inside you. Why seniors should start simplifying. Starting with the home. Have you noticed? Many people over 60, once the children have grown and life settles down, start to feel overwhelmed in their own homes. Not because the house is too big or because they're lonely, but because every corner is filled with memories, belongings, and emotional weight. There's that coat you haven't worn in 10 years. The fancy tea set you've never used but kept just in case. The old photo that makes your heart ache, but you leave it there because it's too hard to put away. And slowly, your home turns into a storage room for emotions. Each day you pass by the same things, and they make your heart just a little heavier. Minimalism doesn't mean throwing everything out. It means choosing to keep what brings you joy and to gently release what brings you sorrow or stress. A study from Princeton University found that cluttered spaces increase mental fatigue and reduce focus in older adults by up to 25%. On the flip side, clean, organized space improves sleep quality and boosts positive emotions, especially for people over 60. And here's the beautiful part. When you tidy up a drawer, you're not just organizing objects. You are also untangling the emotions that have been gathering in your heart. A lighter home means a lighter soul. If this speaks to you, try starting with one small drawer. Pick 5 items you haven't used in years and ask yourself, do I keep this because I need it? Or because I'm afraid to let go? Leave us a comment and share how it feels. You might be surprised by what you discover. Simplifying the home. A quiet healing for seniors living alone. After 60, many people begin living alone. The children have moved out. The house is quieter. The meals are smaller. And sometimes, there's no one left to say, Mum, why are you keeping all this stuff? Or, shouldn't we get rid of those old things? When you live alone, you may feel the urge to hold on to everything, because parting with an object feels like parting with a memory. But the truth is, those unused items often make the house feel heavier. You wake up in the morning, and the first thing you see isn't the sunlight, but a mountain of memories you don't know how to tidy. Some things you keep not because they serve you, but because there's no one around to help you decide what to let go of. So, the act of decluttering becomes an act of self-care. With every item you release, you're lifting a layer of emotional weight. Every cleaned out drawer becomes a new space in your mind. A space for peace, for breath, for light. A study from Japan, a country known for its minimalist philosophy, showed that seniors living alone who practiced mindful decluttering reduced their anxiety levels by 30% and experienced significant emotional improvements in just 2 weeks. You don't need to clean the whole house in a day. Start with a single box, a small corner, and ask, does this item make me feel lighter? If not, let it go. Or give it to someone who needs it more. This isn't just cleaning. It's a quiet, gentle journey of healing, and it starts with love, one step at a time. Decluttering relationships, fewer toxic people, more peaceful ones, dear friend. By now, you've likely come to understand something important. Not everyone who walks into your life is meant to stay forever. After so many years, we've had our share of relationships. Family, acquaintances, co-workers, neighbors. Some who made us laugh, others who made us cry. Some who promised forever and then disappeared without a trace. And at some point, when we take a step back, we realize some relationships drain us more than they lift us. Someone who always makes you feel guilty. Someone who only calls when they need a favor. Someone who leaves you feeling tense after every visit. Minimalist living isn't just about decluttering your home. It's also about the courage to let go of relationships that no longer serve your peace. So your heart has room for the ones who bring calm, joy, and ease. According to the Journal of Aging Psychology, seniors who intentionally filter their relationships, letting go of those that are controlling, disrespectful, or emotionally burdensome, can reduce their risk of depression by up to 40%. And sometimes, the most effective kind of decluttering is simply not replying to that message, not calling back, and not feeling guilty about it. You don't need to hold on to everyone, just the ones who make you feel like yourself. Today, write down 3 people who bring you peace, and 3 who leave you emotionally drained. Then ask yourself, are you done? Which group do I spend more time with? Mindful eating. After 60, eat less, choose better. At 20, we eat to grow. At 40, we eat to power through our day. But after 60, we eat to live well, stay well, and feel at peace. Yet many people over 60 still eat like they're in their 30s. Eating in a rush, piling the plate with everything. Eating to feel full instead of to nourish with care. Eating simply doesn't mean starving yourself. It means knowing what foods help you thrive and which ones slow you down. It means knowing when you're full and not finishing just because it's a waste to throw out. For instance, a warm bowl of oatmeal in the morning instead of greasy noodles. A banana or a handful of nuts instead of sugary snacks. A glass of warm water with honey instead of late-night coffee that keeps you awake. According to Japan's Senior Nutrition Association, elderly individuals should eat 20 to 30% less than they did in middle age, but increase their intake of fiber, natural vitamins, and omega-3s. Those who practice eating less but smarter live an average of 6 to 7 years longer and have 45% fewer chronic health issues. And here's the most beautiful part. When you slow down your meals, chew with care, and eat in quiet, Each meal becomes a healing moment, not just for your body, but for your soul. Try replacing one heavy meal today with a lighter one. Steamed vegetables, fresh fruit, or the simple soup. Then ask yourself, does your body feel better? Does your mind feel lighter? Decluttering emotions. Fewer worries, fewer regrets. More peace. Have you noticed? After 60, what tires us out isn't work or time. It's the thoughts that never stop spinning. Worrying about your children and how they're doing. Wondering what the future holds, who will take care of you. Grieving people who've passed and moments that never got closure. And so the days pass by, not as moments lived, but as burdens silently carried. But here's a gentle truth. Emotions can be simplified too, not by pushing them away, but by learning how to hold them more lightly. For example, when something goes wrong, instead of asking, "Why me?" try saying, "This too shall pass." When missing someone you've lost, smile and be grateful they were once part of your life. When you feel empty inside, take a 15-minute walk under the morning sun. You'll be surprised how healing a little light can be. The Journal of Gerontology and Brain Science notes, older adults who practice emotional minimalism through light meditation, journaling, or simply daily gratitude, experience a 35% reduction in stress hormones, better sleep, and higher levels of inner happiness. Emotional simplicity doesn't mean being numb or pretending to be happy. It means choosing which emotions deserve your energy and gently setting aside those that don't. Try writing down the 3 things that worry you most right now. Circle the ones you can control and cross out the ones that no longer belong to you. Focus only on what you can act on and leave the rest to life itself. Minimalist living space. The tidier the house, the lighter the mind, dear friend. Have you ever walked into a tidy room with soft lighting and everything in its place and suddenly felt your heart grow lighter? It's no coincidence that the Japanese masters of long life and peaceful living keep their homes simple, clean, and clutter-free. They understand something profound. Every item in a house doesn't just take up space on the floor. It takes up space in your mind. After 60, the body starts to slow down. And a home filled with too much stuff, dusty, chaotic, doesn't just tire the eyes. It becomes a hidden source of stress, restlessness, and even fall risks. So why not start simplifying? Right where you live. Clean out your closet. Keep only what makes you feel comfortable and confident. Make your bed each morning. It's a quiet way to invite order into your day. Give away what you no longer use. Let it bless someone else who might need it more. According to the U.S. Environmental Health for Seniors organization, older adults who live in neat, well-lit, minimal spaces have a 32% lower risk of depression and sleep an average of 1.5 hours longer each night compared to those in cluttered environments. You don't need a house that looks like a magazine cover. You just need a home where every item either brings you joy or at least doesn't leave you feeling overwhelmed. Tomorrow, pick one small drawer or a corner of a room. Spend just 15 minutes wiping, sorting, clearing. You're not just cleaning your space, you're clearing your spirit. Simplifying habits. Letting go of the old to make room for the joyful. Dear friend, we are the sum of the small things we do every day. But here's the scary part. Many of the things we keep doing just aren't good for us anymore. Staying up late watching the news, then wondering why we can't sleep. Drinking strong coffee after 5 p.m. even though we know it makes the heart race. Complaining when the house isn't perfect, instead of letting it be. After 60, our daily routines have a direct impact on our health and peace of mind. And the good news, you have the power to choose again. Keep what energizes you. Release what wears you out. Hold on to the habits that bring joy. Gently drop the ones that steal it. Instead of reaching for your phone first thing in the morning, open a window and take 3 deep breaths. Instead of scrolling endlessly, call an old friend. Instead of snacking out of boredom, step outside and tend to a small flower pot. A study from UCLA found that seniors who change just one small habit every 2 weeks, like taking a morning walk, trying a new breakfast, or turning off the TV earlier, reported 42% higher life satisfaction and a significantly lower risk of cognitive decline after 70. Think of each outdated habit as an old chair in your home. If you don't move it out, there's no space for a new, softer, better one. Write down 3 habits you'd like to release and 1 new, positive habit you'd like to try. Don't try to change everything at once. 1 new habit each month can reshape your whole year. Simplifying expectations, knowing what's enough is the greatest wealth, dear friend. When we were younger, we dreamed of so many things. A bigger house, a fancier car, a more perfect partner, a life like the one we saw on TV. But after 60, don't you find, the moments that truly bring happiness don't cost a dime? A morning when your joints don't ache. A meal with your children and grandchildren. A phone call from someone who genuinely cares. An afternoon where birds are singing and you can still hear them clearly. Letting go of expectations doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing what already brings you peace and holding that close. According to an 80-year-long Harvard study, people who practice enoughness, finding contentment in small things, live longer, get sick less, and report 23% higher happiness than those always chasing more. A 92-year-old woman once said, "If I can still pick up my own spoon, remember my grandchildren's names, and know where I am, that's wealth to me." We don't need much to live peacefully, just a little, but the right little. A warm old sweater, or just home, clean and welcoming. Someone who still calls you big sister or big brother, like in the old days. A heart unburdened by regrets and unafraid of the road ahead. So, in the end, minimalist living isn't about having less. It's about having the right things and letting them mean more. If you're beginning this minimalist journey after 60, give yourself a big, warm hug. You're choosing a gentler life, a deeper life, a kind of way of being with yourself. Now, tell me in the comments, after 60, what have you let go of, and what did you gain in return? And if this video spoke to you, don't forget to subscribe so we can continue exploring the quiet beauty of growing older together, where each passing day brings more clarity, more calm, and a spirit that feels younger than ever.